Okay, welcome to another very short episode of In the Garden with Tim. And we got a little common thing that happens with certain plants, and this is with the corn, sweet corn. And I've had some people say you can leave what we call suckers on the plant of the corn, on the corn plant, and that it will produce corn. Now, one year I left these on, and I actually did get a little bit of corn, but they weren't full mature cobs. They were small, and it just robbed the nutrients from the main plant itself here. And what you want to do, basically, now you can choose to let these grow if you want, but I'm not going to because I have a limited amount of space, and I don't want extra corn plants coming off of the main plant. I will have 1 to 2 cobs or ears of corn per plant. So you don't need these suckers. To get rid of them, you can just twist, pull, latch onto it with your hand, and then twist off like that at the base of the plant. It's not going to harm the plant. Just make sure you do it carefully. You don't want to rip the main stalk. Or you can use a pair of scissors. So basically today we're just going to remove the suckers. And you're going to have to keep doing this because they're going to keep coming back. And they smell real nice. They're very fragrant. Smell like a grass because that's what corn is. It's a grass. So we're gonna just pull the suckers. Again, just hold on to it, twist, and it'll come right off. So that's what we're gonna do with these corns that have the suckers on them. I don't want suckers on my corn. And it's just gonna rob all the nutrients from the main plant. I don't see any more right now. Not all the corn stalks are going to produce suckers. Some do, some do not. Get a weed there. At this stage of the corn too, it's a good idea to fertilize it with a high nitrogen fertilizer. And then later on, as the corn start to produce tassels and ears, we're going to focus on phosphorus. So right now, again, just remove the corn suckers from your corn. You don't need them on there. It's worthless. And remove any weeds as you go along. So let's talk about the corn plant. What is the corn plant? So, well, it is in the maize family or the grass family. It was at one point wild. Of course, most plants are. Just about every single plant there is. And so what about the biology of the corn? Okay, well, right now this is at 1, 2, 3, almost stage 4 on the leaf couplet. Leaf couplet. These are called leaf couplets right here. And as these get taller, the ears of corn are going to start appearing, not usually on the bottom. It's usually after the 4th or 5th couplet. You start seeing an ear of corn will form in the groove or the notch of the leaf. Okay, so these aren't at that stage yet, but they're getting there quickly. And then these are what you call trap roots, or what you call, not trap roots, I'm sorry. These are root suspensions that come down. There actually is a specific name for them. I can't think of the name at the moment. But these roots will come out, I'm sorry, anchor roots. That's what these are called, anchor roots. And basically what's going to happen is this, as the water and is the erosion of the water causes erosion around the plant, around the root, and they're going to sprout these to anchor themselves into the soil to help against strong winds. So corn is wind pollinated, and they're going to sprout anchor roots. Sometimes you'll have them even up here, or even up at the first set of leaves. They will sprout anchor roots if the water, see, like over here, these don't have anchor roots because it's deep enough. You don't need them. The plant didn't need them, so it didn't send any out. We're going to watch for pests on corn. Here we go already. I don't know if you can see them or not. Where is it? There it is. You see that? That's an aphid. Those are aphids right there. You want to get rid of those as quickly as possible. You do not want aphids on your plants. I just flick them off. They're gonna try to go after the nutrients in this plant. They're gonna suck the water right out of them. They lay their eggs. So just watch for common pests. Aphids is just pretty much for any vegetable plant, or even a flower, so it doesn't matter. And then we have onions in this bed, which are beginning to show signs of bulbing. These were planted in October, and they are now showing signs of bulbing up. So there's the bulb of the onion. You can use the top of an onion too. They're called the scallion. You can use the top of them. I cut some off yesterday and we cooked some chicken with it. And over here we have some more suckers. So just rip them off. We don't need them on the corn. Now most people are asking me, is this an ear of corn? Most likely not. I don't believe it's an ear of corn. I think it's another sucker. So we could just rip that off, but I'm gonna wait a week and see if that starts producing a tassel. If it produces a tassel, then we're gonna leave it, because that is an ear of corn that is beginning to form. This is almost on the 5th couplet already. So this is growing incredibly fast. These are very nitrogen filled, so we don't have to worry about fertilizer for this week. Alright, so that's basically how to remove the suckers off of your corn. You don't need them. They're a waste of time. Unless you want the suckers, go for it. But you're taking a risk of probably not getting a good yield on your corn crop. So I pull them off. We don't need it. If you want to know what the variety of corn is, this is just an average sweet corn that I planted. And it takes 65 to 100 days to mature. And make sure you plant it in the full sun, okay? And give yourself some room to grow this, because it's gonna really take off fast, and it's gonna multiply and just go cuckoo. So that's it for now about the corn. And over here, we're watching for pests.